Good morning, everybody. Saturday morning. Minitruck waiting for us to start working on it, or me. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to be able to get to it just now. I've got somebody actually coming to look at the neon. I'm going to get it sold because I bought the truck. So I want to sell the neon so that I can get money to put towards the Minitruck. I almost had the Kodiak sold this morning. I'm actually going to sell it. I know everybody's going to be like, what? And really what it is again, we're moving to the next step in life again. This step in life is going to be more towards trying to go camping more, going swimming, out to the lake. This is the kind of stuff that my wife likes to be doing, and her family, that's what she does. That's what they've always done. And so that sounds like a good idea to me. Also, ever since the wreck with the Kodiak, here, let me put it in the picture. Ever since I got into the wreck with the Kodiak, I haven't really had a serious interest in riding a four-wheeler anymore. I know it was my own fault that it happened, but I don't want to do it no more. So, that being said, I'm going to try to sell it. I've got a friend of mine that works up at Yamaha. They do consignment, so I'm going to take this up to him this morning and drop it off at the dealership so that they can try to sell it for me. And I don't think they'll have a problem with it, with being able to sell it. As for the neon is getting ready to go bye-bye. So there's a small life update of that. Dang it, what did I just do? The Mazda Minitruck is still here. It will get worked on eventually. Right now, my main concern, well, there's the golf cart. I can't see the Minitruck. My main concern is to get this Minitruck running, because this will be, well, not running, but in proper working order. And you guys will see why here after a little bit. But yeah, I got to get this in proper working order so that I can daily drive it to and from work. Once I get it so it can drive to and from work, I can do a little bit more work to this year. Plan on actually stripping down the paint as the months progress. We'll probably have it stripped. We may end up taking this one to Sparks this year, so that we want to try to get most all the paint stripped off of it. And then that's how we'll probably end up going up there, pulling the golf cart behind it. And so then after that's done, we can work on a few things on this. And then the next step after that will be pulling the motor out of the Mazda and start to get it underway. All the suspension work, I mean, that can be done in, a few weekends. I can get it done. So once I get started on it, then it'll be like that. I have more drive when I have a vehicle that can actually run. And I think that's been my biggest problem, is the Mazda hasn't been able to run, so I've lost interest. But I don't want to ever get rid of it. So there, 4 minutes of talking, getting you guys up to date. The next step will be getting this truck lifted up into the air, and we can take a look underneath. So stay tuned. You guys like that extreme close-up? I wasn't even prepared for that. You guys probably looking at my freaking nostril, huh? Okay, see you in a minute. All right, finally got it up in the air. I have been busy all day long. But anyway, I don't know how much of this is right or wrong. I know the original owner is the one who developed and built and fabricated all of this stuff. So you guys can be the judge and whether or not this looks like it's supposed to. I don't know. But to me, once I get in here on the front end, this doesn't look bad at all. I mean, everything looks good. I know somebody, I think it was Josh that told me he hardlined everything. So inside here, there is a hard line in there that connects to that, or something connects to that. And so I like the way that is, because those are already in there. If anything, I might change the bags, because these look dry rotted. So eventually these are definitely going to have to be changed. Let's get over here to the front. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like the bag's been rubbing on anything except itself and what it's mounted on. One thing I did notice is the rack and pinion is kind of shot, and it needs to be, I'm just going to replace the whole rack and pinion, which they're not real expensive. So, and I don't need a performance one, but I'll probably replace that. Where it gets a little nastier is some of this wiring. I need to clean up the wiring. The battery box is just kind of saying, "What's up?" You know, and it's hanging out. Get further up and over. It looks like some little one of those trailer fenders were used to put in here, and just kind of welded out and put them in there. All this extra wiring that's hanging down, I need to strip all that out of there. I mean, that going through there, I don't like that. I need to clean all this up, figure out where all these go to, and get it cleaned up. I'd like this to be covered, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to cover all this unless I do a lot of work. Now these look like they were built at an angle, so I don't think the ball joints are actually doing any kind of overextending, because this is the side that's sticking. And I want to do a video right now where I get to see how far up it goes before it gets stuck. I did let all the air out. I think that's it right there. It's almost all the way compressed. Hang on. All right, I put it all the way up, and I've released this down, and that's actually not really touching, and it hasn't dropped back down. This ball joint, to me, doesn't look like it's overextended. It's bent, yes, but I don't think that that's what's causing it. I'm thinking that it's the rack and pinion right here. I think it's got it extended to a point where it is going up too far. That notch was made way too big. I don't know. You guys tell me, does that need to be reinforced? Because I'm kind of thinking yes. But at the same time, I haven't turned all the way right and left with this while it's all the way up. That would be a good test. So anyway, this is what this side looks like. The other side doesn't look a whole lot different. Let's go over there and look. All right, now we're on the other side. As you can see, the rack and pinion is leaking all to hell. It just does not like what's going on here. So that's all good. What I don't like about this side is the HVAC system is completely exposed. So I really need to get the wheel all the way up in there. I need to take this stuff and pound it back up and smash it out of the way so that the tire doesn't rub on it when it's all the way down. Other than that, that's all there is there. I need to look at the wiring on this and straighten some of that out. Yeah. Other than that, here's the suspension. Like I said, to me, I don't see a problem with it. If some of you guys might see a problem with it, I don't like the way this notch looks. I would like to put something in there to fill that up. I know there's a lot of booger welds on that riser for the shock tower, but that's just the shock tower. So that I'm not necessarily worried about, because the risers for the suspension looks good. Those look good, but that doesn't look right. Other than that, on this side. That looks like it was all done good. I don't know if maybe there's a certain somebody that makes these lower control arms and these upper control arms. If so, then let me know. They look like they were built well. But now let's go over to the air management side, because there's nothing else on this side. I'm gonna go to the other side real quick. All right, now we are underneath the driver's side door, and let's get some light on the subject here. The air management is all right here. I'm probably gonna rip all this out, clean it all up. Look at where the airlines are and rerun some of the airlines. Yeah, those are all hard lines. And then, but they're just kind of hanging out right alongside there. So I'm probably going to redo all of that with my own airline. I'll take all of that out of there, because it's just, I want it to look a little neater than that. I mean, it works for what it is. Looks like they put a smaller opening on the end down here for the exhaust. That's why it lays down real nice. I like the way it comes down. But all right, let's make our way back to the rear end. Please stay tuned for part 2. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. See you on the next video.